My parents will be here soon. No, hell no, I'm
My
gonna take
parents will be here soon.
I want to start making YouTube videos and stuff to help out. I'm not looting y'all, I'm looking at my screen. Oh, they're right here. No, that was back when I was still up though. I'm not fucking up anymore, so. And keep
I'm
it
not
going.
fuck up anymore.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm shaking a little bit. I don't know if you see, I don't know. But yeah, dude, nice balance. Like, I'm gonna save up more than that, dude. I want to get something nice. I think I want to get a Audi. New, very new looking Audi. Hell yeah.
オスマングートって何？オスマングートって何？オスマングートって何？
Boss man is out of rehab. He has big plans to move out his parents' house and save for an Audi and more CS skins. Damn that! What? Yo, what are CS skins? Is that a Call of Duty thing? Who actually spends money on that? I guess if that's your life, you know, like if you're like, man, I'm a Call of Duty, I'm a gamer. That's cool. I mean, the last thing my grown man ass is ever going to do is buy a skin. Oh, Counter-Strike? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, buddy. Did you just follow the channel or something? You look brand new. CS skins. Yeah. That's gay. Oh no, that's where I've been in rehab at, guys. Hell yeah. My parents will be here soon. No, hell no, I'm gonna get those. You am I gonna walk all the way home? Yeah. No sir, no sir. I don't even know what this is. It looks like an abandoned hotel or some shit. Dude, I feel pretty good, man. I've definitely put on some weight, as you can see, but.
1, go!
Look at that gut, bro. Got that donut fucking belly, bro. Nah, I just got, they let me go home early. I gotta do outpatient program. They let me leave early, but I gotta do an outpatient program. So, which is where I go into a place like for like 3 hours a day. Not sure how many days a week or whatever, but I get to go home every single day, so. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, man, it's gonna be lit, dude. It's gonna be lit. Freedom! Dude, I'm so happy moving from next to me today. So happy, bro. Yeah, we're gonna play some mines, we're gonna play some slots. I want to start making YouTube videos and stuff to help out for sure. You like to help out in that way too. That would help a lot, bro. As we all know, so YouTuber boss can go hard. Yeah, dude, I want to make like videos where I actually like commentate on them and stuff. I'll make like some legit videos, bro. Get some of that YouTube viewership over to me. You know what I mean? You can do reaction videos on stream and upload to them. Yeah, nah, I don't want to do react. I mean, maybe. Possibility. Hey, you guys want to gamble? We can gamble a little bit. I think I got some crypto. What the hell? I can't like see my screen, bro. It's like super dark. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but what was I about to say? Oh, this is something important, bro. I hate when that happens. Don't you guys hate when that happens, dude? Oh yeah, dude. So I don't know if you guys were there, but first and second night I moved into my house. I was like telling my roommate I'm a streamer and shit, like 50K followers and shit. He's like, no way, dude. He's like, put me on there, bro, right? So I put him on my stream, right? Put him on my stream. We streamed together. I'm sure some of y'all saw. His name was Melvin. Or it doesn't matter. I think he said his name on it anyways. The day after, goes into the rehab and tells them that I streamed him without his permission. He straight snitched on me and acted like he didn't want to be on it. Yeah, dude. So they're like, yeah, you cannot stream in here for the remainder of your duration. So it's like, what the f, dude? Isn't that weird? I think I know why though. It's because he linked his GTA servers and shit, and they found his old address to them. We got like super spooked and thought I had something to do with that or something. Weirdo, bro. Guess what? He left the rehab the day after. Dude. Weirdo, bro. Yeah, dude, he just snitched and left. That's odd. Isn't that odd, dude? Isn't that weird, dude? People, man. People are weird. Hey, let's gamble, dude. Here, let me see what I can do. I might have to turn my VPN on. Thank you, brother. I'm staying tuned, dude. Even though, you know, I won't be in rehab, I'm still gonna stay tuned. I don't want to do that shit anymore, dude. That's just whack. You guys don't like me when I do it either. You know what I do when I smoke that shit? I feed into all the negativity, bro. I feed into all that negativity. I start acting shady. My whole demeanor's off. I don't know if you guys notice that or not. Yeah, I know. I know you guys do. I like myself more clean too. Now, am I gonna hit that weed bag maybe some here and there if I can? You goddamn right, son. Smoke that ganja. Smoke that ganja goodness. Yeah, weed's okay though, right?
Dude. Always okay though. Hello, hello. I think it's working. It's hot. Thanks for stopping by, DD. I just was in this rough game playing this guy. He's up. Wasn't fun. Wasn't having fun. Yeah, I wasn't talking. Come home, you're decompressing. That's good. Yeah, it's definitely the time to relax. I gotta listen to the full review still of the story on the engine from the Sensphere. I'm getting cheesed. Let me pull that up. Do do. Yeah, I just been working and sleeping. I listened to what is it, Type 40 today, and Dan he said that story sucked. And Dan was like typing while Charlotte was talking and like not listening at all. And it was just so funny because it was distracting her. So I clipped it and put it up on my channel. Fuck. I grabbed though. Oh. You're shitty. I missed. You're joking. No. Oh boy. Lucky they can crack 3, yeah. The 7 days? Yeah. This is so stupid. No! No! Where are my jumps? I missed! It's impossible. Oh. Get him out of here. No! Well, at least you can watch a quality episode from the past. The Interstellar Song Contest doesn't look fun, does it? It'll only get views if people will leave their sets on the channel. Probably. I I don't know what's gonna happen. We're either gonna get a huge announcement. The announcement might be something crazy like I'm regenerating or something like that, like meta. Just because that's what we're doing. And everybody thinks there's a regeneration. But the cope artist says there isn't a regeneration because they're not advertising a regeneration. They said if they would advertise it so people would watch it. That's what the cope artist says. I hope he just announces he's regenerating. That would be cool. Go easy on me. Roll, F smash. I'm nowhere near him. Of course. No! I got it. Come on! My linger. I linger. But they drive the point by making the next version easier. Oh my gosh, I was messing them up. I was messing them up, dude. Frankly, I hope it's just plain open-ended. I don't know. I kind of hope they continue the series. I'm not even gonna lie. But they were talking about in Type 40. Oh, sorry. They were talking about in Type 40 how the rumors say the next Doctor is another female. And I thought it was funny because Dan started off he started off by reporting it like he was like, okay, here are the rumors, guys, and the rumors come from the guy who got all the past rumors right. They casted this woman as the next Doctor, and then like him and his panel were trying to be like neutral or positive about it, and then the chat was like, no, no, terrible, not my doctor, the doctor's male. They said, but the doctor's male. and then and then like I feel like it sounded like Dan wasn't playing into it. I almost clipped it, but it sounded like Dan wasn't playing into it. But the chat just didn't budge. So then Dan went on this like kind of fake-ish rant. He sounded fake, where he was like, well, this all started when they gender swapped the doctor, and they've been on the wrong track ever since, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, alright, buddy. That would be a lock in wokeness. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a tough for Doctor Who fans. Dan was trying to save the stream. It kind of sounded like he was just trying to agree with chat for a little bit.
2, 1, go!
Fuck! No! I can't even like move. No fucking way! I'm pressing the buttons. This guy, man, he got it. He got it. Fuck me. He got it.
Mr. Game & Watch.
He said you won't even watch it to review it. Yeah, me neither, probably. To be honest, I don't know. I just want them to do it better. I don't even think what they have to do it better is that difficult. Dude, Gatwa sucks.
3,
It's not fun to watch. It's like, it's interesting to hate, I guess. Oh my gosh. I'm not playing that guy. Sorry. I'd rather go play a game I like. Oh man, this game. I didn't want to play that guy. That guy sucks. He's not even interesting in like what not to do. He's just like a bad character. It's just like, what if we just took the Doctor and instead of just making them look at a character, we also just make them at a character. You know, it's like you're missing the whole spirit of the show. They are Mina games. I don't know what that is. So I guess not. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do. Macanario. I don't know, man. Sounds like you're making it all up. That's the portal we want. This fucking intro when they're all dancing and Paul is just doing nothing. Just a scare. Shit is so funny. Isn't it?
Hello everybody, yes, I feel like Michael Herbert, you know, I've been off the stream, I've slept, does it look like it? Good to see you all again at our 5:45 slot, where we have our full, frank and fulsome review of the 5th episode of Season 2, Shooting, Story and Engine.
What do you play it on, DD? What do you play it on?
Talking sense and making sense of all the nonsense flying around our favourite show. So you're in the right place. If you want detail, debate, passion and fun, then you've found your home. Click on those notifications. Give us a like. Subscription. Brilliant. So, as you know, earlier today, we got the ratings overnight. I did a little stream, as we do.
I called it.
I mean,
I said the show did what it needed to do. Steam, it's a yeah, okay. I said the show did what it needed to do. It kind of worked. It was positive. Oh, buddy. Whoa, buddy. I don't have Steam.
basically, let's face it, they've added 90,000. I mean, whoa, get the balloons out, you know?
90,000? We're coping.
Yeah, that feels a good PC. So in a country we've got 76 million, we've added 11 stadiums worth of views. And if you think that the week before when we
No floral. We got flying.
there was actually an FA Cup semi-final, there's your 90,000 straight away. They've just got more. That's it, really. So there you go. In essence, what you've got here is there's the 5 episodes. We go up, we go down, we go around. Actually, they don't.
We can play sound now.
2 million, which was seen as a real terror predictions right or not. Now, the Hoopettes, they will be on, and the Hoopettes, this is the episode they would like to see. And Runaway Bride with this pink, and I think that would be a much better version than the version they saw, because they do like to see this in action, so there you go. Maybe Pigs in Space, remember that? So, we had an episode written by Elements. I, as you know, taught English for many, many years, and he was never on our register. He was never
We're
on
playing
our
sound.
established playwright, apparently, and poet. Across my door, we did a lot of cross-cultural stuff. And of course, the issue is we found out that RTD had picked him and selected him. And that's because he saw him in the National Theatre with the Barbershop Chronicles and asked for him to do a version of that with Doctor Who. That'll be a big subject for us to discuss tonight. Did that work? Doctor Who in a barbershop? Look at these designs for what they were going to do with Loki and Nancy. You know what
We're playing sound.
This is the version that we could have got.
There's only one other sound egg we can get, which would be so good. Everything else is probably not good, actually.
Look at how the barber could have been. I just find it fascinating how this all could have played out. Of course, Lucky Day had their release their kind of artist's impressions of how they did it. That looked like more accurate representation of what the fan did. I was impressed with that, I have to say. But I would still prefer something like, I would. Whether it's a truck or not, I really would prefer that creature in the pit anytime. It was vivid, it was tangible.
Baby 5.
It was a threat. There was a lot of jeopardy. It might have been an awful lot of plastic or whatever that stuff was, and it might have had a strange protruberance, but actually had more threat compared to all the stuff we were getting out of it. Did you notice in our VE Day commemorations of the Odyssey did actually have a role in it? And it was when she was reading out some letters from the Second World War.
Legend of Sea Devils. Wait, from Press Water, they could have given me more core idea for the story. Just could have crafted a proper tale. The writer didn't do that properly. Yeah, it's so sad. And, like, they're not doing it properly anywhere. Like, how is that possible? Poplio? No, dragon. Look at all the sounders. I kind of need Poplio. Dragon goes, look at this boy. The sounders are stacking up. Poplio. Poplio. I evolved it. We're done. Let's give it to... Give this to you. Alright, they're off. I just have to hope the last egg is Poplio. Fossil Stone, Poplio. It's Axu. I should have kept my other egg. Then I would have only needed one dragon, and it could have been Jackmo, and it would have been great. Oops. I sold my dragon. Axe you kinda sucks. I don't know who gets these. This is a tough one. Bug ice. Bug poison. Fossil. Let's just give it a helm. Maybe we should have gave it to Snom. For now. You're on top of this. I don't know, man. We do have a lot of sound units. That's really good. Yep, still losing, of course. I have 6, but it's a little weird. I don't know if I should have took that. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Present historically
Crash Knight, take care.
when
Take it easy, DD. I'm gonna be listening to the Sun Sphere, so for the next live stream I can be prepared. God bless, man.
do Nigeria or another country, you have to be authentic. Is that fair? Is that what's going on here? Is that why some people are a little bit troubled? Is that why possibly I've got the 5-minute breakdown? It's not quite 5 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute, but I do have some of the breakdowns and ratings to stay around for that because every time I keep talking about this, you really didn't. Time to kick off. So yes, DEI might be on our chance tonight. Well, I'll cheer you up for a second. Did you see this merchandise is out and about? Curse of Peladon, Planet of the Daleks, on vinyl or CD. I dare say vinyl now is the popular one. There you go. Talk about the front cover, but if you want, because it's going down very well, John Bertrand, the moment of season 7. If you really fancy going back to some proper Doctor Who, there it is. Are you one of those who does go back? Just, I've got the money, but I'm not going to do it. No way, I'm going to get too much from us.
He said they already take too much.
Move on to talking to my crew, and we're going to get viewing Story in the Engine now. Now, you know they like to come on
I think the rest of my mons have to be dragons
I feel sometimes like
with Jackmal.
it's Sunday night at the lake. Anyway, I think this is what we're going to do. Get them coming on. So, I wonder if he's charged up. Have you warmed up? Have you got your somatogen tablets ready? Have you warmed up your calves? John, here we go. Let's get it on.
Hey. Hey. Oh, there is a bug dragon.
What's he doing with that darling?
What's he doing with that Dalek? He said, "What's he doing with that Dalek?" I'm losing.
It's Paul, he proved himself for the next bit. And I know he's got a lot to say. Oh, here we go. Look, this is the issue. We can't get going. Here's the film now. Now we're gonna. Hello. Hold on. This is our shooty gatwa doctor, and he's shy. Shy? Yeah. Oh, it's because he doesn't feel safe here. Alright, well, where do you feel safe? What's your issue? A barber shop in Lagos. Is it for real? You feel safe there? I tell you what, maybe he's right. Clear off you! Yeah. Oh, God. I hit everybody!
Oh, it's there's. Oh,
What is it, Brendan?
I feel the same.
I think you better before you're taken away. You clear off as well, that cheeky beggars. Honestly, this is the essence of the show now. They don't feel safe here. Well, bye-bye. Get on the plane.
I've never been sick anyway. Never been sick.
Right, well, you know our first eyes are very much very predictable, you know. We're going to start with our burning issues. Ready? Boy, are there some burning issues. I know it's been a hot day, but yes. John, welcome. I'm not gonna be that
I have
far
this
back.
bug
Anyway,
pivot. But maybe we just add in dragons.
exactly so that thing. Right, okay then. What have your burning issues then?
Yes. I think I'm just gonna add in dragons. Yeah, let's play these guys. I could have kept this, I guess, but we really don't need it. I'm at 6. We just need a dragon. Do I need a fossil stone? Do I need an ice stone? Oh. No, we don't need. Well, we could. No, we don't need Stomp. We could. We kind of want Kyurem. I should have took the Dark Stone. That's what I should have took, a Dark Stone. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I think they're missing me. It's going over my head.
Fuck.
Welcome back to our sensitive reviews. We're doing our season 1 ones. But was this your first visitation of season 2 episodes?
Yes, so I've been broken by season 1. I haven't watched any of it until last night. I thought about trying to catch up. I also thought that might bias me. So I thought this was my first one of series 2.
Aren't you lucky? I remember all the same stuff.
As your entry point to season 2, remember when we were new fans of season 2, so what was your first episode? Now, this is your introduction to shooting in season 2. And you heard John there saying how static and still it was. What were your thoughts on it?
My burning issue in terms of this is why are we going back to having more and more gods? Whenever you classic, you would have gods.
Let's do this.
Restream was Alphabet Great Show in the Galaxy, but they were gods inverted commas, gods. They weren't real. They were perceived as gods. Now apparently we've got Shruti getting drunk with Dionysus. We are watching Marvel. It's just a nonsense. It's not as... I don't expect Doctor Who to be a hard science fiction program. I expect it to be a science fiction program. This isn't.
We need the dragon portal.
And I thought I teed up ready for your first mention of Kinder.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Obviously, we reviewed Kinder, and there are aspects of it in terms of this.
I guess we could also use Meloetta to replace one of these guys.
Obviously, there is use of stories in it. There's use of indigenous people's.
It's too late.
Stories in terms of Aborigines. There is much more depth in terms of investigation of colonialism in that than there is here. This is, I mean, the shocking thing, as John was saying about having the people in the room, is that for the 3 blokes who were, for some unknown reason, captured in order to tell the stories, all the stories were told in 2 minutes and then they had nothing after that. It's just a shocking waste of time if you're
God
going to
damn
introduce
it.
people and then not do anything with them. But stop with the gods. You can't do this. Doctor Who has to be effective form of agnostic at worst. You can't be a believer in gods because it really runs into the whole problem. And too much of this has happened over the years.
So there you go. We've got 2 grumpy Glaswegians back. I was saving you from the other. We've heard them over the border where you can see where shooting ran from. It was asylum seeking from them. So that's why I went to look. So basically, we've heard obviously it's too static. We've heard from you that you know these bombs. And Rachel, over to you. What's your burning issue?
Well, I had a few, but I think I'll stick to the biggest one that I had, which you saw in my notes, because you have seen in my notes. It's the stick to your own race element. Yeah, so the Doctor theoretically has never stuck to his own race. He is a Time Lord, and he decided to leave Gallifrey. So other than returning home briefly, he never has stuck to his own race. So suddenly we've got this sticking to your own race element, as it suggests that vitriol in 2019 is just as bad as vitriol back when it was segregated. And that is just, I was just like, why? Why do we need to go there? That little bit of time that they spent dedicated to that could have been dedicated to the plot and to moving the story along. And the other thing that I would have had about this is also, if the Doctor is gay, why is he going to Nigeria?
Well, you know that I got a little bit troubled by this, as we know last night. I was really, if I get the right one, I've got so many other things going on here. What's the right one? I was so triggered by this, so let me just kind of set it up. Yes, I'm not going to repeat them all again. I've got a bit of the transcript answer, but yes,
Hmm.
he explained. It took him a while to explain, but you could see from the smile on his face.
You're
when he
shitting
answered,
me.
and she
Every time I need to play, it's laggy.
be a free spirit, enjoy
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
There's no rush.
Yeah.
She whinges about her parents every week, and suddenly she's going, "Go and fly, young bird," and all this.
Yeah, yeah,
And that phrase, "treat you like one of your own,"
yeah.
was blown in. And
Yeah.
as we both said, and I just will remind people I did it on the Who night last night. Yeah, look at the stats there. Basically, in the public opinion poll on same-sex marriage in Nigeria only 2 years ago, 92% strongly opposed. There's a whole list of activities that cannot be done in Nigeria unless you want a 14-year prison sentence. And that's just started from 10. In northern Nigeria, there's still a Sharia law and stuff. So basically, not very authentic, Rachel.
No, I think that, to be honest with you, I just really wanted to get on with the storytelling. I was quite excited that it was going to be set in Lagos, Nigeria, and I wanted to see more of it. But, well, we'll get to that. But,
I got the impression we were in the British executives Nigeria.
yeah, a lot of people seem to think it was filmed there, but it wasn't, was it?
No,
No.
it was in a car park. It was a bit like Carry On abroad when they did it in London car park. That's basically what they did.
Yeah.
Just before I come to Paul, obviously our puppets are working very hard, manning the phones. It's a bit like Noel Edmonds' multicoloured swap shop. And let's have a
I'm level 9. And we're out.
So yes, they've been working hard, and we've just had a super chat.
Uh.
We've just had a super chat. So hold on, let me just the hook there. Yes, because they're in a Brisbane sweatshop. They can't walk. So here we go. Do. So thank you, Sean. He's one of my children of time. I'll have him in the fresh on Tuesday night. Did anyone else think it was just boring? Yes. Clearly he says not about it being boring.
See, I don't think it was boring, but that could also be the actress in me doing that contextual stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is where I fall into what John was saying about the big film still. And you know, talking. You go to the theatre and you might get a heavy, wordy script, possibly, and they might just have one or two scenes, and the seeds of everything are just in the dialogue, and you go, and all that sort of
You have to really pull it out, don't you?
yeah. Now, Paul, have you recovered? I'm sure you're excited about this episode. You know, what's your burning issue?
Paul's about to sweep.
My biggest burning issue is the ethnic cleansing of the white caste from what is a long-standing British institution and the undiluted, unapologetic racism that entails. That's my biggest burning issue. Unforgivable.
Is that all? No. I know. Go on. Elaborate a little bit more for us, and I'll settle.
This has been coming for a while. This has been coming for a long while. I saw an interview, actually, quite by chance, from the Radio Times YouTube channel. Involved rather separately that one. And they asked the interviewer how it felt being still being one of the people of colour. And after much inquiry and babbling, it gave rise to the idea that it was progress. They felt it was progress. It had been a long time coming. And that's the ethos
Jigglypuff.
I think there might be an issue with the doctor, because obviously there's no reason why the doctor shouldn't be or anyone else on the world. And
I'm ready for you. Bring it on. Go. Shoryuken.
This didn't feel as much more than a box setting yesterday. You actually look at it, I actually quite enjoyed the fact that it looked like a show and of what left to go to things like that. And it was starting to think of the drawings and stuff. I like it. But it is very good. The problem I think with this being boring is that there is, I've many times before, and that there's a lot of it.
Can't even press A.
There might be just so how do you really?
Shoryuken. Hadouken. Tatsumaki. 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 Shoryuken. Hadouken. Hadouken. Here. Tatsumaki. Shoryuken. Shoryuken. Hadouken. Tatsumaki. Shoryuken. Shoryuken. Game. And wins. I did it.
You better did it merit a second, Julie. Oh. You better did it merit a second, Julie.
Solo battle.
Missing something. Both arms. Over I spoke. There's a 1.59 million people who watch this. Way what 95+% of them will never watch this again. These little children say Schreiber. Boring, muddled nonsense. There is literature for 10 off for every straight mark setting up. Thinking inspection algorithm, when I got computers, I saw a June next to them. But George is doing that and he's getting producing good. Most of the skills so far, all of the June great. It's a start of the last night. How many other people would say
Yeah, shouting at us and everything. And then Rachel, I found that what they do, and John brought this up in one of the initials about the influence of our music, is that when you do a controversial episode like Rogue, you bathe it in classic doctors. You bathe it in loads of great shots and stuff, Easter eggs, and then none of us can come to that. That's what it seems to me.
Yeah, they're doing it on purpose. We know this is going to cause perhaps some issues with the classic fans, so therefore we're going to put in what they are attached to, so that they can stick. But they also put in Jodie as well, aware that this might be starting to irritate people who were switched on without all of Jodie, maybe even like your dad was, would you say your dad like Jodie's era and whatnot, yeah? So they are aware of their causing issues. So and they don't like focusing on the facts, but when they really need to tie it in, they will tie it in. They underuse people in the story.
it's a bit blackmail, it's clients.
Yeah.
It's, it's almost a bit sinister.
You're shitting me. Ah.
Yeah, I find it I think it's frustrating because what they're doing is, like Rogue, they did it last year, Rogue, very, very canon breaking story, as we know, and they had the Schalke doctors thrown in, and the
Solo
Beach Street doctors
battle.
thrown in, and it was all there, and as you know, if you try and fix these things, it's very hard to do, because, sorry John, I know you want to come in, but you know the brain of Morbius, people have overused that as an excuse to do stuff, haven't they? That's all.
It's one thing we notice, it's been much on the past, that remember this is a season, it's not Doctor Who.
3, 2, 1, go!
They're after a new, never yet. Why do they think that? It's the Joe Box first. In addition, we're going to probably go to the future to get the reason probably got missed and from a season which failed, which nobody ever really rates. It's the, if you're on Disney viewing, it's first world, but if you're on new viewing, you can think of what do you make of that scene? One, at least it's fair. How will those people anyway? Richard, oh my guy, opportunities. Cartoon style, TV style.
Paul, I saw these two people simply excited going, did you see Jodie? When she was having ice cream on top of the TARDIS with Yaz. Oh, it's those two again, and they get all the purple hearts and all this stuff. And you think, oh, are you really impressed by the episode because you saw somebody in 3 seconds? Really? Does this how superficial society is now, or viewing is now? And maybe I have to be conscious. When you saw all these classic actors in your favourite show, Paul, did you feel like me that they were trying to do
Now.
No, it's just highlighting his inadequacy as a writer. He's not fit to write a television
did that not work? This guy, bro.
Although we'll
This
say
guy, man. Fuck me, bro. This guy
He's not just
fucking
no, I mean, the Scott McQueen cameo with Joe Martin being is that's not her, that's his memory of her talking to the character. And that then makes no sense because he can get to it because of that. But
Is it not? Is I you know I did that wrong and maybe I'm wrong with you. I thought it was her memory was deleted, the doctor, and that's what the doctor looked like when
yes, but he's speaking in it, or the doctor is speaking.
yeah.
So the doctor has to know that that's it, and maybe she is looking at it. But like, I mean that's why it's an utter mess.
Totally.
Yeah. No War Doctor. We didn't get that either. I mean, it's funny what you have. And I, as you know, some of you will have seen last night, said, listen, is there an issue going on here which is they've sneaked it in just for the sake of plot, but actually it's quite sinister what's going on here. The Doctor, our 15th Doctor, basically seems to be saying he's not feeling safe in various situations or doesn't feel accepted, so he feels safe when he goes to Lagos in a barber shop. Nothing about women in Nigeria, just men. And so I find that rich with the progressives at the moment when we talk about female spaces and male spaces. It's a male space we're going to focus on this week, folks.
Yeah, funny that isn't because Brent, you imagine the doctor walked down that market.
my play is so bad, bro. I'm so shit at the game.
Walk down that market. Would they feel safe? I'm not getting what message they're trying to send us here because it's all absolute mush of it.
I didn't know. I mean, I'll ask the full panel here. This is the bit I didn't understand. I was thinking, look, I'm trying not to be baited or triggered by some of this nonsense, but you're not making any sense. You're saying, oh, do you know, having a black skin, I don't feel accepted in here. I feel better when I'm surrounded by my own. That was what they were saying. And then Belinda reinforced that by saying her grand takes her to India, and then she feels as though she's surrounded by her own, and I assume feels better. And then I thought, I know, but if the Patrick Troughton Doctor was in that marketplace, he would have felt out of kilter and probably not accepted and at home either. What's your bloody point?
And if you're going to be with your own, shouldn't you be in Gallifrey?
Yeah,
Yes.
it should be in your own place.
Well, there are now Black Time Lords, so what's the issue? That's your place, isn't it?
I
The
would
doctor
I,
is all praying. Isn't he guilty there for cultural appropriation? For taking on the culture, absorbing it, and going with it? Is that what he's not as guilty as those who push this stuff, accusing the rest of us?
Well, especially when that, Rachel, that bit of dialogue when he does the, I don't know, I can't do it, I'm not going to try and do it. He does the very black Creole, and the not in, and you know, why does it suddenly do that? I know, I see Obama do it sometimes. Arms are hanging, and he does all this stuff, and you're going, oh, what the hell? You're an educated bloke, suddenly now pretending you're down with the kids.
yeah, one of my critiques in this prosciutto was the fact that he just kept flipping between accents. It's like, please, can you just choose one and just stick to it, because you start losing the gravitas of your performance if you keep flipping between accents, and it can create problems. Don't grab it.
Yeah. This is my problem.
Well, he's not authentic, that's the thing. That's what it's not.
I
There's
don't-
no authenticity.
He can do it in English. We know he can do Scottish because he lived there for a long time. He does Emily, and then he slips into whatever he slips into in this one.
Paul,
Just choose one.
Paul, you mentioned this as your burning issue. You mentioned it at the beginning better than me. But there's Lagos. They want it to look authentic. That's the shot. It's actually a proper shot from Lagos. Fair enough. That's Lagos. Right? Yeah, that's it. And then you go to 1814 Thin Ice with the Capaldi era, and I only had to find seconds represented when you want an authentic version of Nigeria? Because this is almost laughable. Why? That's London in 1814, apparently.
It's just revisionism that stems from a need to champion the cause of coloured people. And this has been happening in this country's television a long time, and advertisements generally a long time before this current series of this current misbegotten era. And the dialogue that Gatwa used about not feeling safe was simply a pretext to introduce the two leads of colour into a scenario populated by black people so that they could get the full sweep and make some sort of woefully judged point and just create divisiveness. I mean, the real irony here for me is it goes against their own stupid edict, doesn't it? This DEI that they feel they must adhere to. What it is really is just a means of visiting some
I haven't
kind
played
of
Pokemon Unite in
retribution
months.
for supposed wrongs, and virtue signalers like Davies, and I suspect a large proportion of the production team will exalt him next Monday.
Ready? Go!
Sorry, Rick, you made a point last night in thread about this on the DEI front because you know with the acting, the formula they're using that. Because I didn't understand. It looked to me on Unleashed that if not all, nearly all the 80 supporting artists were people of colour. It was representing authentic, and they had a Nigerian advisor. They wanted to get it authentic.
From South Wales.
So, where was the history advisor on Victorian England here? Their balls look big time. Rachel, can you see what's going on here? I mean, I don't know why 1 minute gets to be authentic, the next minute deliberately not.
Yeah, it's called colourblind casting. I'm surprised that, they've got plenty of BBC historians at their disposal. I don't know why they couldn't just speak to one of them. Like Worsley would be a good one, for example. But, yeah, it's just because they need to be seen to be diverse, and they believe that this is progressive, but in many respects, when you do it like this, it quite often can be regressive, because it can be seen as a form of indirect racism, I guess you could say. And it's not a good look. Yeah, I know a lot of people would like to see themselves in this role, and this is fiction, so people would say it's just entertainment, so it's not bad, but I do take issue with it, because when you're not allowed
This thing's cracked.
to swap someone, like, say, Martin Luther King, but you could swap, say, Isaac Newton, then I have an issue.
Because I don't go flying into all this race-baiting nonsense, but I am getting a bit perturbed about the messaging and the subtle messaging going on here. It does seem as this feeds into a bigger debate that you are manufacturing a representation of one society, but the other one you're doing an idealised version. And if you're going to mess with one to be more positive and mess with another one to be extremely, shaming and angry about our past, it's going to be seen as unfair.
Yeah, I mean, I pick up on Rachel's point about colourblind casting. One of the ones that I think is very good on colourblind casting is the David Copperfield. Ben Patel is David Copperfield. Because it doesn't really matter, because that is properly effective. It's not trying to be a representation of Victorian London, it's trying to be an entertainment, and that's fair enough. It's not saying anything other than we're going to have a cast of the best actors for the role, and that happens to be it. There always has been a problem in terms of making representation work, because if you did do it seriously, obviously it's very difficult to have any black characters in Shakespearean history plays other than having Othello in the tragedy. So there is a question of representation which I think gets addressed, and that's been reasonable. I think the problem with this is, as you say, Brendan, that the whole aspect of this is to make Lagos seemingly a much more welcome for gay run
It's hard to use.
Scottish person from Gallifrey, none of that was it. So if you put movies, it all has to be based around what you're trying to say. And I think, as what people said, I don't think they're clear about that. I think this is, there's a lot of tick boxes.
We started in the 60s with Doctor Who, education, historicals, all of that, you know, and I know they tried their best with John Luke Carrotti and everybody to try and, for their time, be as historically accurate as they could. But I find now we're just doing idealised versions of stuff, and therefore it's poisoning the Doctor Who program. When you get to the point of, okay, we can see the sledgehammer messaging, it's idealised, and then on top of that, it's not much of a story. You think, my God, this is a poor, you know, rule.
Yeah, I would agree with what you just said. The trend of better ways, using better ways of doing this. Exactly, Shakespeare, I've seen coloured Hollywood Shakespeare were written for white people, but it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't take you out of the drama.
You're on fire!
Sit there and say, "Murder, this doesn't work." It takes that out of the drama. And ticking on that box therefore becomes barrier to the entertainment and trying to create joy. What I think, I read an article some time back where they referred to this stuff, this where in order to basically resurrect the compensation must be, as they see it, totally black cast in order to fully represent what they see as an idealized version. Neither are true, and neither end up satisfying the viewers, taking out the drama, which means they're false.
So, and then on top of that, as we said, they got the Fugitive Doctor stuff run. I'm not quite sure why they bothered. Again, RTD said he wanted to run because it was such a diverse cast that he wanted to really seem right. And then you go,
I died.
not necessarily, mate.
I died.
So there was no artistic reason, no narrative reason, but it just was the right look. And of course, there's and so it's a shame. So she's being used by a white Swansea lad called RTD. Unfortunate. This really got me going, and I made a big play last night. I'll just be brief today. I used to call it the World Wide Web until the humans named something about it.
You're on fire!
I remember the London 2012 opening ceremony. Sir Tim Berners-Lee was celebrated. You saw him there. He was hidden in that house. He typed that message to the world. This is for everyone. The World Wide Web. I remember being a teacher when they introduced it. What the hell it was. And let's be honest, if people have misused it, that doesn't mean it's a bad product. It means, you know.
Sorry to cut in completely, but I agree exactly that's the way that was. To me, that's not the way of speaking, not the right. Russell Reeves doesn't like the internet and speaks against it, as a lot of it is at the moment for what he's doing Doctor Who. But back in the day, we were written fanzines, pamphlets, and things. So would you then have said that the invention of the printing press and the photocopier were also a bad thing? It's a nonsense. It's just such a good thing to say.
The final stretch!
To say bad.
You're on fire!
An evil thing. But that doesn't make the invention itself a bad thing. It's a liberating thing. It has brought people together.
What a goal!
Editorializing. Quite obviously.
I mean, Paul, have you not seen Mark and Rani with the Luddites? I mean, come on. children, it's amazing what a tool it is for kids.
So the problem with this is that, as with so much of society, and to an extent what happens on the internet itself, is that we've ripped the word nuance out of the dictionary. And there's no nuance in what was being said last night. There's no examination of the good and the bad, because apart from anything else, if you're looking for stories, okay, the internet may have an obsession with stories about sex, but it has a hell of a lot of stories from people that would not have had access to do that before. Similarly, as John was mentioning about the printing press, I mean,
5, 4,
struggles of
3,
communication
2, 1.
have
Time's up.
difficulty in containing
Oh
freedom
boy, man, I have to get some anger out on that
that's
one.
a good thing overall. But there's no examination of that.
Yeah,
It's just a throwaway
there's no
line again.
nuance anymore.
As Paul's saying about editorializing, it's Russell and Self
You win.
to go, their Yahoo sucks.
And it just shows how illiberal these so-called liberals are. They don't like to hear anything to the contrary. So because they are hearing that, and I've no doubt Russell Davis pays attention to some Doctor Who streams, and even this one, who knows? But when he does hear something which he doesn't like, he's off in a hissy fit and has to go at the internet, because that's the vehicle in which it's a bit like kicking a paper boy, because you don't like what the news is. Silly, silly man.
Yeah, like books in a good old library that are on the free or however, are you going to ban the library for God's sake? Honestly, is he anti-education? RTD, have a word with yourself. You sound like one of those dysfunctional societies in science fiction. Have you heard of that? Yeah.
Illiberal.
Yes. It's a funny, isn't it? He's supposed to be writing science fiction and he's forgot what science fiction is while he tries to do his messaging and that morning. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll light... Oh no. How are we going to lighten this? With playing your
Oh
cards right.
shit! This isn't even fucking. I didn't even have my item upgraded.
Yes, well, we had we had the ratings a bit more today, didn't
Ready? Go!
I want like rapid fire scarf. I think that'd be sick. somebody.
And then that random George decided to depart your room. Of course, so did another 100,000 odd people because nothing had happened and they were doing the agenda again. And you just look at that and go, my God, you've done it. The program is successful and true. Your audience thinks it's good. Where do you stand on this one?
Just feel like
Damn it. Why wasn't anybody standing on it?
Being as objective as we can, as we went through the were you engaged? Were there moments when you thought, whoa?
So I quite liked Star. I thought it was pretty cool because it created the mythos around what's going on. The niche aspect, the whole, oh look, I'm really comfortable in Legos, but it's just bizarre, and I can see why people would stop at that point. I got about half an hour into it before I went, is this ever going to end? Because it was all over the place. I was like, wait, what's happened? Who's doing that? Why is it Belinda suddenly decided to run through? Why is Bob making that noise? Why is he trying to kill a goat? Everything.
You're on fire!
I kind of like thunder. It's like a shotgun. Stop, man. Fuck. And they just let it go in. Fucking hell.
There you go. There's season 1 average, overnights are consolidated, and there's season 2. Basically, we've lost about half a million, basically, in 1 year.
So I would look at it as John's point there about John. My wife, Kat, used to indulge and watch it with me. It was those movies that I
Well, did you, I don't know if you noticed, but
that game scary.
We were quite consistent with what our prediction was.
You win!
It's no good judging the episode you see and then think, what did people watch in retrospective? It's the effect that we get later, isn't it? I mean, for example, I think next week's will it has a brilliant.
I like Raichu. That's fun. That's fun. You remind me it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I think this is a bot game too. They all ended up. It said 9 out of 10. I'm gonna upgrade my thing first. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Monty's gone cold.
I'm definitely watching the right.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to learn about them. They're a complex society. I don't think there is racism.
There are restreaming on this channel. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, so this is going to be the hard one, which
Bazooka.
your predictions are going to be, just to give you the context of where we stand at the moment. So that's Saturday night, as was last night on BBC One, and you can see a range there. Celebrity Bridge of Lies 1.3. It was a bad night for BBC One, a really bad night, and even ITV's Britain's Got Talent lost about 350,000 from the week before. Hit List 1.7, Doctor Who 1.59, Blankety Blank just behind it 1.52. Pointless Celebrities beats Doctor Who.
How dreadful is that BBC One lineup? Just take Doctor Who out. Just the succession of game shows. It's that complete lack of
I got bit.
Hang their heads in
What?
shame. That's ITV. Let ITV do that. That's what they're there for.
We're losing to the weather.
To be fair,
Chris.
Casualty beat it, and we even had Casualty in Doctor Who.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about local education. Game show after game show after game show. And these people are sitting in broadcasting house, paying themselves hundreds of thousands of pounds, schedulers and programming this lineups like that. Absolute disgrace.
I think that's why people tuned into the BBC weather, because it was different. Because Karen is at least it was a bit dramatic. Now, Boomer Dog can't help himself, so I've got to follow my audience. So
Boomer
very
Dog
much.
can't help himself. The puppets are funny.
So they get around, don't they? They've even got legs now. So thank you, Boomer Dog. More poo pets, please. I don't think they like being called that. They're in their Brisbane sweatshop working hard. But yes, so you've got an idea of the schedules, folks, and you've got an idea of how everything's tanking. So I better start asking you, therefore, to put. I wonder if Paul says Modern 4 this week. And you don't know. So John, what's your prediction for the Eurovision weekend?
Well, my prediction is I will be watching it. I'll be out with you having a cocktail. So I would say I agree with both you and Rachel. Little Bob was a savage routine.
Attacker team, attacker team, attacker team.
Game shows. So I'll go for 1.55.
Okay, Rachel.
Shall I be the optimist and I'll go even higher? I think it will do well because of the sandwiching. I agree with that. I'm going to say it's going to go back up to about 200. But
Ready?
I'm interested to see
Go!
what the breakdown would be.
Yeah,
I think that will be the most telling one.
2 million for Bob. 2 million for Awesome.
I went there, yeah.
Rock 1977.
Michael Ran and Lindsay.
Yeah, very good. I like that one. Paul, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I was a little trivia question. I was a little
Oh, why weren't we fighting together?
Remember,
Oh, now you know. That's how I know I have real people. Fuck me, bro.
Yeah.
Just gave it to them.
Oh dear. So Hugh, I will have your scores on next week, even you know, I don't know, Dave, or not. You won't be on this one, but what have I got you?
1.75.
And I was thrilled with that. I have to say, yes, I thought it was a really poor episode. And then you balance that with the fact that it's Eurovision. Yeah. So I'm going to go. I was going to say 1.77. I'm going to go 1.8. So a little to little there. So 1.8. See what happens. So we'll find out next week. So there we go. That was our little item on the ratings. So you know what we're going to do next. We've got to get into this. We've got to start talking about the episode, the criteria, where we stand on it, what we think of it. So if I get my stuff together.
You're shitting me. Why won't we fight together?
Right. So the tombstone totalizer. Right. Let me just get my buttons pressed and we will start. So, he needs to get that sorted out, doesn't he? So, basically, there's the season one. I'll give you... No. So, there you go. That'll give you a nice view from last year. The best one was 79 out of 100. It's available next week. And we are down to Devil's Cards 27. We, as anybody who just joined us may have noticed, I'll just go big screen there. Those are the scores this season so far. Robot Revolution 82 out of 150, Lux 58, The Well did the best so far, 101, and the Lucky Days 61. So where are we going to start? So, as people know pretty well now, we have 3 criteria. Excuse me, but not the bingo. I mean, I have to say, I judge my bingo, and my God, did I have a... I had this bingo, but I just kind of fell on the end. Tired little... There you go. Mark out of 10, you can see there you go. And special measures is 1 to 3, medium pudding is 6, good is 7 to 8. That's how we do it. So now, we're going to start with the first item. So I don't know what they're going to say, I don't know where they're going to go, I have no idea. But basically, John, was this true who or boo who? Was this a parody something?
this was the worst episode Doctor Who ever had to say. And that was because nothing here the Doctor is nothing. Back in the day, really bad Doctor Who stories. We all had each another clue was the Doctor. Even if it was Hartnell, Baker, whoever lifted the story because you knew they were there, you felt they were there for you, and you enjoyed that characterization. This was a Doctor Who story, which not only was a Doctor Who, didn't have a Doctor in it, because I don't know who this man's playing, but it's not the Doctor, and he went out of his way to be anti-Doctor in terms of some of the things he says at the beginning of this episode and throughout it. So no, this was most definitely Boo-Hoo, and he was Boo-Hoo, Doctor Who, as ever been. This is nobody watched again. This is probably yes, I think this was nobody watched it, but this one, especially, it'd have to be
You're on fire!
hell for me, for this to cross my mind again. An example of Doctor Who, let alone watch the thing. And that merited a score that I thought I would never do any Doctor Who story.
Yeah, it's going to be shocking today, folks, the scores. You, obviously you were really pleased I invited you back to watch this, so, was it true who or boo who?
No, I mean, it's not Doctor at all. I picked up on the point that Phil was making.
Damn it,
about
damn it, damn it, damn it. Whoa, buddy.
actually wrote worse in terms of overall idea of what Doctor Who is. But the idea that whenever he gets caught into barber shop and shouts at his one-time friend for effectively calling for help is a complete betrayal of what Doctor Who is all about. He should have been happy to be there to save people, otherwise it's not Doctor Who. And at that point I think I just lost it last night.
Yeah, just on what you said, that Doctor Who lost his hand to the barber. The Doctor does.
Yeah, yeah, and he lost his territory, which I
What
a goal!
His meetings with God.
He killed him. Oh my gosh.
But why is Belinda
You're on fire!
She doesn't know any of that.
Because he's an evil person.
I just think this era has got so messy now, but it's quite anti-religion, this era. It's very cynical. About religion. Okay, great. That's how you're going to do it, because it's a scientific drama. However, the gods are now all real. The gods are real, but religion is for idiots. This is the modern Chibnall RTD nexus now, isn't it? I mean, Rachel...
We're back at there's a sort of traditional Western religion.
What a goal! The final stretch! You're on fire!
Of course, and the artwork and everything. Rachel, I'm starting Doctor Who did have a healthy skepticism about religion, Planet of Fire, blah blah blah. But it seems now to say that gods are real.
I thought that was a bit of a contradictory statement, seeing as the Doctor always relies on facts and smashes quite a fair bit, in my opinion. Now, unfortunately for me, this story is not Doctor Who. Okay, I think the visuals that we got on the screen and the visuals that we saw.
Woo, baby boy, keep on watching every day, baby boy. Woo! Let's go. These guys are nothing to me. Nothing.
To write. That's for sure. Whether or not it was the right choice to employ this particular script writer for this is very, very debatable.
You win!
However, what made me give the score that I gave, even though it's not really like Doctor Who, there were two moments that were like Doctor Who.
The
even
running through the
though
corridors
they're
and the
not
reveal of the
perfect,
brain.
and I think they
That's
could
my
have been done
moment.
better. One of those is the companion didn't really do anything.
Ah!
The companion's gone back to asking who, what, why, where, being the audience's eyes into what is technically going on. And then the other one, and yes, it is flat. I do agree that it's flat. But the Doctor is the one that solves the problem at the end of it, and he is the one that makes sure that everyone gets out. He is the one that stops that spider leaving. And for a playwright to come in and write
resolution, the shooty doctor just goes, what they said earlier. He didn't really do anything. He was crazy.
Ready?
Really do anything.
Go!
But he does have the resolution. It's probably the companion recent years that's had the resolution. I just swear it when it's the doctor that solves it. It was.
Oh, whether you take it from the Dalek invasion version, you think it's in the tent, or in the room where the privet opens or the halls, you know. A moment of empathy. In this case, the doctor's smiling. Opens the door, lets the knowledge come out from the vortex. He wasn't in his brain at all. This doctor is lava.
Absolutely, that was the part for me that I already realised it, but made me realise more that this definitely wasn't Doctor Who. They were talking about the space outside the inside or substance, and that's entirely something that the Doctor would be curious about. I don't think he'd be so disavowed about the possibility, given that his everyday observation delves into things like this, supernatural or scientific, or things that can't easily be explained. So his idea of just leaving and just essentially leaving it at that and not even trying to sort of solve things undocumented in his mind. This is reflective of entirely what happened. Maybe went to the stage where he found himself somebody who was unfit for purpose, and he
Let's try
needed
electro
him to
ball.
prosecute the agenda that I've already mentioned, the ethnic cleansing, the racism, and he was fit for purpose in that regard. He was quite driven, and Davy didn't need to exert any kind of editorial control because he didn't care about the story. All he cared about was shoehorning his agenda, bringing it to the fore, and giving us what we're given.
And you can't be saved by the fact that I don't know whether Diaboris asks whether he's your Barusa, because he mentions your voice name when you get from the devil.
I can't possibly comment on my past intelligence.
Just to let you know, it is Barusa, but it's from the invasion time.
Oh, yes.
But Barusa is the glue key amongst the whole forest of keys. So this the same kind of Barusa, the curious place in art.
So, I mean, my God, if I'm really trying to say Bruno or not, I thought this was a clever, imaginative moment. The farming shop on the back of the spider in space is very Doctor Who. It really is. There's only Doctor Who actually considered to do stuff like this. That was the beauty of it, you know. I always remember that. With the Razo, there's all that so I thought that was very Doctor Who in itself. It's just that
Bring it back to that big green thing where they are pinned down.
he's lovely Erato. He needs to be brought back. But honestly, I felt, oh gosh. So you have this great moment, but at least in the Creature from the Pit, it was a dramatic moment. If the farm is going to blow up, that sort of thing. And they could, you know, there's all evil drama, plenty of Jack. And that was in episode 4, where sometimes they tank those ones. In this one, the spider just kind of just disappeared really and blew up, but I don't know why. If that's kind of the engine or the god, I'm trying to work out if the god's been killed, because the doctor was going mad about the god's being killed, and then all 7 billion people have nothing to talk about. I was really confused on that. There's a spider, that spider had flash attacks, and they could kill the doctor who had no personality. You said the spider was free, all makes sense.
This is a bot game and we still might lose.
Well, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, that's Tim, just to say to you, it was absolutely zero point of because including in the trailer. The whole season. So we were well aware of what happened to this creature. We knew it was going to be in the
Yes,
episode.
I know it was in the
You're on
German
fire!
trailer. They went mad about it actually. In the German trailer because the little streamers all had it translated, and it was in that one that they showed you the spider blowing up. So yes, thank you, Germany. But, yeah, Dunsquat. So yeah, there was the Jeopardy moment in the chair. Whoa. And then there was the vortex.
Ooh.
This bit at the end, it's classic New Who. Quick reset, a load of lather, and before you know it, whatever tension you try to build, suddenly, bang, 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 we're going at 50 here. Bang, 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 one here, one here. At the end of the day, you know what? Try another barbershop. I think you're a nice person, really. And the thing is, after last week, hated Conrad Clark.
Yeah.
Despised him because he spread conspiracies on Sir Tim Berners-Lee's Worldwide Web. However, Zara, who was going to cause Mary hell and rule all people, you can start again with another barbershop. Was there any issue with that? Yeah? Was it a skin cut? Was it because he's one of his own? Was it something having, you know, I can't help it, Paul, I can't help it?
Even if the Doctor were white, this would still be the philosophy they were trying to push. We, the people of colour,
Oh.
people of white people.
No. He stopped hoping.
Yes, yes.
And it seemed a shame that spider had all the cultural iconography. These masks were in the trailer, and I thought, oh, this looks tasty.
You're on fire!
That was they were baiting us over nothing. We never really saw these in play.
It's one shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
shot. Yeah, that. Oh, they could have put that into more sort of action. I'm going to be talking about the script anyway. So I won't go too much into it, but they could have really upped the chances or something like that.
Yeah, no jeopardy, no death. The Doctor was the Doctor. It was a bit of a space moment that I didn't mind.
What a goal!
Involved in the 45 meters. I think they've become tired formula. I think we've got people writing to it who don't understand Doctor Who as an apprenticeship now. We say retired. We're in an absolute mess. And so, yeah, knowing all that, I'll get back to
I need healing.
The final stretch!
Everybody ready? What would
You're
you
on
give
fire!
10 everybody on whether that was Doctor Who or not? Because this is what my opinion is. Here we go.
Oh wow! I was the most generous. I did give it a 3 originally, but I gave it a 4.
Wow. Wait, what are the scores? My
There
thing
you
is
go,
closed.
everybody.
A
So,
3 is the
Paul
most
and John
generous.
with a terrible 2. They were in Norway.
Twos.
You, who obviously has been biding his time with all his mark skills, watching none of season 2 has been very, very tight. Rachel was freaking out. She was on the drink yesterday, full. And
Water.
What a goal! You're on fire!
9 out of 50.
That's terrible.
Ooh, which
They couldn't even get 10 points.
Was available. I mean, there you go. This is looking good, everybody.
This
What
is
a
looking
goal!
good.
Divine and Dragon, nil points. I mean, this is a good one. Sean, nil. Dalek Lives Matters, nil. JWC, 2. So you can see, we're on the money. So we move to the next criteria, the effective use of the protecting values. Now remember, this is where the panel can pick. You can't discuss all this. You decide, for example, if it's active, selection,
2, 1. Time's up.
Basically, there wasn't much. I understand from what I've read that they sent a drone to Nigeria to get authentic.
Yeah.
You win.
The marketplace. But other than that, I think it was with students fields, and I think it looked like it too. The set, the barbershop looked exactly like that. It looked like something you would expect to find walking into a theatre, all the actors coming and joining the set. And with that, there's nothing wrong. But for a multi-million science fiction program, the Doctor's supposed to be, it didn't satisfy. The direction or there could have been a chance to get the actors to deliver things differently, to shoot it differently, to add a bit more scene towards an effectively flat script. The director chose not to do that. Maybe he was unable to do that. Maybe it was in the wind because the script was that bad. Or just being overruled by the producer. I don't know. Despite it again, a good CG effect. The problem with modern day Doctor Who is there's nothing really for the Doctor to interact with. Everything is done in isolation. It's on a screen or it's up there in space or it's somewhere else. Rarely, we had last week. False from a costume.
Come on, Joey. Come on, Joey.
Trapped humans. Well, the Doctor and a set of trapped humans in a confined space. That's what old school Doctor Who used to do. So at the minute, where this money's being spent, I don't know, but I'm not seeing it. And this perhaps reflected on the score, and perhaps it looks reasonable, but I'm not seeing the money, and I'm not seeing what we expect to do what Doctor Who would do the best, which is scary. Kids, those two masks show there were particularly frightening. You imagine just doing more with that in terms of these stories coming to life, menacing the people in that workshop, whatever way the story took to turn. Do what Doctor Who should do. Doctor's not good at messaging. It can be occasional. Essentially, it's about entertaining and frightening us. Making us know what bad things like. Doctor is not there to change the world. He's there to entertain us. To that extent, production resources.
Yeah. I mean, Tom might shake here, they're wasted the spider and creepy ghostly face. That's maybe a point, Tomboy, where basically you're saying they had all the production values and resources there, but they misused them. You know.
Ready? Go! Ready, go!
in trouble! What a goal! Don't give up! The final stretch! You're on fire!
Remember, I won't be in, folks. I may stay out for forever.
So, that's one, but it's not least because whether it landed, was the resolution good? Did it make sense? Did it engage? We've already used words like boring and theatrical, which can be a euphemism. So, I'll start with Rachel.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, okay. Right, back to business. I've got distracted by the chat. Sorry. So, yeah, was I engaged? Yes, but I don't know if I was. There were many opinions about how to tell a story. The resolution, yeah, okay, the resolution is great, good, but how it was done, it was not the way that I would have liked it to have been done. I would have liked the jeopardy to have been there. I would have liked perhaps the barber to really have like gone forward to the gods and tried to kill the gods, and the doctor trying to stop him. All trying to fight this barber off. You really make him truly this villain who has to face his consequences rather than not face his consequences. The fact that he did face his consequences lets it down for me as well, in my opinion. I do like the everybody did, but I prefer it when it's sorry to say this, perhaps when maybe one person doesn't make it, if you know what I'm saying, the villagers then come up and it's clear, and I will say it's a good story writing, it's clear that he can write, I will say that, but it really does feel like that this whole entire story was a bit of a fake, and I think they should remove the ideology from it, replace the words with action, and put the tension in, and then I think we've got potential to have some really cool stories.
It was too wordy, too lame. It's a sad story, actually. Yeah, for real.
And it would have been fun as a radio show. Yeah.
Now, as I go through, I'm going to test you all out for this. But John, did it make sense?
Sorry, one sec. Randy Howard. The resolution was a wet Carry on, Brendan.
John, did it make sense?
That's what Rachel said the other day.
And what did you grasp from it? Because everybody online are all going, did you get it? Did you understand it? Did you get it? What with your one view?
One thing I took from it is
There's no way you guys are letting this guy go.
my husband would only have that one viewing in 10 minutes. That's all you know. Whatever it is, or any of those things, it should be thrilling. Thrilling adventures in time and space. What to do was. Everyone knows this. Be able to admit it. Stage play about offshore quartets, storytelling. Absolutely. That's what I choose. I'm more than happy to work with just happens for a purpose. And the Doctor Who, she knows whatever it wants to do, try to make it through. And whatever it wants to do, what happens goes, is built and entertainment. This becomes cool. When you finish it, I was either thrilled, entertained, and entertained. Simply more. I'm checking my watch to check how much more of this is there to go. And the minute you do that, the program, no matter how worthy, how inspired it is,
Ah, fuck.
has failed. This data shows what to do. Leave out of the fact that it wasn't just a very satisfying piece of television.
You see, I had to work hard on all these transcripts, which take minutes and minutes because they did these bits slowly. And I didn't really grasp what the hell was going on. And actually, when you scrutinise it, it does not make sense. It doesn't.
Hold on, Brendan, on the keep saying that we should
You're in trouble.
This is the name for Saturday night games for people to jump into the player to watch once, really engage with it. It's not there to scrutinise the fact. You still have fun with it. You must have seriously learning this. Show them to show yourself to produce stuff like this in the kind of Doctor Who is ridiculous.
So you see, people get to understand it here. So, for example, they doesn't see reviews. For example, I understood that stories have been a good character. One of my issues was that barber immortal, because he said for centuries stories. And I'm thinking, how did you do that?
Right.
The God's mother essence. How did that work? How did you make this beautiful little looking circle of wires, and that suddenly became this big beast? Oh, there was a bit of a leap there. There was a bit of sloppy writing there. And of course, Ellen said, I am a Doctor Who fan. If you're a bloody Doctor Who fan, where was the herald? Where was the fun? Where was the where were the thrills and spills? Where were the monsters? Where was anything happening? Barbershop Chronicles, very good. It was a but where was the Doctor Who? If you're a Doctor Who fan, you really didn't understand it. And so, how would you go to me as a Doctor Who fan who wants thrills and spills? And to me, it felt too worthy. It felt as though it was trying to do clever things, but it felt...
Don't give up! The final stretch! You're on fire!
This is fuck.
Rachel,
what a goal!
28.
What a goal!
episode that have said, well, how come that was doing all loads of telling and it's just words and words and words and nothing? And I'd have gone, well, yeah, but actually that's what makes Animal the complete opposite. A playwright, a poet.
What a goal! You're on fire!
I understand why you like the prequel at the beginning and stylise how it was set up. The thing is though, they're setting up as here's a story about a story and here's a bit of a flat story in itself. There was some clever art about saying how the actual story
It was boring.
No, I agree. I mean, I absolutely agree with that. The thing, and the problem is
what a goal!
It's kingdoms about that, but it also has huge amounts of jeopardy because it was planned by a man.
5,
and
4,
that's real.
3, 2, 1.
This
Time's up.
It was too ethereal. In the
Oh, buddy boy, you can't stop me. Oh, yeah, keep on watching every day, buddy boy.
needs to extend
Ooh.
beyond that. See, I thought it looked pretty and I enjoyed looking at it. But it was more
I
like
love
a
Rachel.
painting
Rachel's in
than
the
a-
chat.
than a film.
Rachel's talking mess in the
You
chat.
win.
All the first spills going on. Paul, you've sat there patiently and quietly, but how
I
engaged?
agree with pretty much everything, so
I did 118K.
But my impression of this, in terms of writing, was that it was the first draft that Davies didn't see the need to correct, and if he had, even allowing for the unwholesome messaging, which I despise, at least he could have tightened things up. He must have known at some level that this didn't really represent an episode of Doctor Who. He must have known that it was too wordy. It wasn't very cohesive with what had been heralded. Place. Message.
Ready? Go!